What is up, everybody? Welcome to Snail Mail.
Snail Mail.
Snail Mail.
Snail Mail.
Happy Friday, everyone.
We need a better intro.
If any listeners out there want to put together an intro for Snail Mail, do it. Send it to us. Yeah, man. Friday. We're getting ready for the weekend here. Halloween weekend. Today's Halloween, actually.
Yeah. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
What are you dressing up as?
Nothing. A nudist? That'd be bad.
Yeah. Don't answer the door for the kids.
Mom, I got a cool Kit Kat from that guy. Oh, cool. Yeah. How was the house? It was neat. He was dressed up like a nudist for Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
What?
You just get a flesh-colored bodysuit.
That'd be funny. Anyways, happy Halloween, everybody. Hopefully you guys are gearing up for a great time this evening. We have a lot of voicemails.
Do we?
We have a lot.
Okay. Before we go into voicemails, I just want to real quick say that if you haven't done so already and you've been thinking about it, go over to irate4x4 and enter the gift box tier, because today it's going to close down at some point. So you only have a few hours, depending on when you're listening to this, because today, October 31st, 2025, at some unknown hour, we are going to close that tier down. So go over there and sign up if you're interested in getting into the gift box tier. We're also giving away some of these Light Rangers. Are you digging into them for some reason?
Oh, I see it.
They're taped together.
Got it. I thought it was one box and you had to open it. And I was like, why isn't this opening? I'm confused.
Pry. These aren't for us. They're for a listener.
I'm going to put one up here. That way people can see it.
Okay.
Rather than just these brown boxes.
So one of you guys...
We'll get a pre-opened one.
We'll get a pre-opened Light Ranger Mini. We'll figure out how to...
extend the pole.
Figure out how to package it up
We'll
again.
get it back in here.
The base is really nice. We're figuring out how to work it. Tyler's trying to twist it so he could pry open things. We did get a video from jail, Rodney carrying one around looking for his dogs at night, which was kind of funny.
It's so cute. I like it. Oh, wow. It's much brighter in here now.
Yeah. Not bad.
Anyway, so if you guys are watching video right now of Snail Mail, that's what two of you have the chance to get with this month's giveaway item. So we're going to have two winners for Light Ranger Mini, which we went over with Devos a few weeks ago. So really cool light. This is actually the first time I've seen the Mini in person here unpackaged. So it's a really cool stand. I like that a lot.
Yeah,
I like that whole packaging.
I believe the Light Rangers, we're way off of our normal topic, but I believe that you could probably just buy the stand and all of them have a 1/4-inch MPT threads on the bottom.
Okay.
And so you could just get a mini stand and put
for your 1200
on it.
Might have to order a bunch of mini stands now.
Maybe. I want the 2,000.
Yeah.
Those
I want
things,
the 15,000.
I don't want the 15,000.
You don't want the big
or
one?
the 4,000.
All right.
No, I want the 2,000, I believe, has the Bluetooth capabilities in the app, so you can turn it on and off from your phone. And it has the color built into it.
Yeah.
So I think that's really cool.
Well, cool. There you go.
There you go, everybody.
Make sure you guys get signed up. And if
Giveaway
you want more
tier
gift box stuff.
And gift box tier closing today.
Yep. All right. So we get into voicemails.
Yeah. How many do we have?
So last time we opened up the voicemails, we had 32.
I thought, yeah. And then we did 6, I believe.
It's 5 or 6.
Okay. So we got down to 26.
We're
No,
at
28. Right?
32 and 6, 26.
26.
We're now at 38.
Oh, man.
So.
Okay.
Here we go. We might do a speed round today. 1 sentence answers. All right, here we go. First one up is from Clint Cunliffe.
All right, Clinty.
Our buddy from SoCal. Here we go.
Hey, gents. It's Clint from SoCal. I don't have one of those cool handles that some of your other call-in people have. I tried to work on KOH Recovery Clint, but it never really took hold. But anyway,
Backdoor Clint.
I know I've thrown some shade at Zach from Oklahoma sometimes, good-natured shade. But I came to an epiphany this morning as I was listening after I'd finished the 2+ hour episode from Mean Street Racing, which was awesome, by the way. I got super fun.
That was a fun episode.
But specifically about the SnailMail episodes, I think the reality is we all just like to hear ourselves talk. None of us probably like our own voices very much, but I think it's like super cool to, we look forward to having our messages played on the podcast. And I think there's, I don't know, either A, we think that we have something worthwhile saying, which I probably never do, but
that's never true.
Or B, it's just fun to hear you guys play our stuff and talk about what we have on our minds. So if anything, I would love to hear you guys expand the snail mail, maybe make it longer so you're not always running behind. It's easy content creation because you just have to listen and react. But I don't know, it feels like you're always so far behind, and a lot of us don't call in as often as maybe we normally would because we don't want to add to the queue. But it's really good content. It's fun to listen to or hear from a bunch of other people and kind of what they have on their minds. So I would say lean into it, man. It's super popular. Everybody seems to love it. And instead of trying to, manage it, not having as many or limiting people, just, almost make it a call-in type show where maybe that's a full episode each week. Anyway, just my thoughts. Obviously, really love what you guys are doing, and try to suck.
Boo. Clint, you were on a roll.
It was he hung up really quickly after he said that, though. I will
there
say.
You go. All right.
And just because of that, we're giving you a nickname. Backdoor Clint.
Backdoor Clint. KOH Recovery Backdoor Clint.
Just Backdoor Clint. Okay. We'll let other people figure out what we mean. I agree. I think that Friday's snail mail is an awesome segment of the show. I think that a lot of people have a fun with it. Jimmy and I absolutely love it. It's our favorite segment. I think there's a lot that goes into that, from not having to really come up with the content ourselves anymore, but also we love interacting with the listeners. We think it's a lot of fun, and get to come up with fun nicknames for you guys too. So, the only problem though is I think that if we feel like we're already taking like a full day to record each week,
Almost, yeah.
And I don't know if we can take any more time to record. So if we wanted snail mail to become a bigger thing and expand on it, we would have to stop doing something else. And I personally, I don't know, Jimmy and I haven't really talked about this sentiment too much, but I personally feel like snail mail, we got to where we are because of this kind of, I think, I don't want to think it's unique by any means, shape, or form, but we do this kind of nice collaboration between informational topics and talking about just bullshitting in a garage. I think that there's a lot of off-road podcasts out there that just sit around and talk like they're bullshitting in a garage, which is fun to listen to, but I don't know. To me, I want to learn something when I'm listening to a podcast as well. And I think that there's a lot of people out there that listen to podcasts because they want to learn stuff too.
Yes, I agree.
So I think that by having sort of this educational content as well as the sitting around bullshitting in a garage, it can be, I think it's a really kind of a fun way to do a podcast.
Yeah.
And so I'm not sure. I personally don't want to quite give up either of those two segments yet. But yeah. I don't know.
I'm not sure. I mean, maybe we'll have to think about figuring out a good way to expand this one way or another. But we do agree. I mean, as we started this episode going, we have more voicemails than we were able to cover the previous week.
Yeah.
And, and it is quite obvious that it is an enjoyable segment that both Tyler and I enjoy, and you guys enjoy too, because, there's a big market for it, it seems like. And maybe we will go off air and discuss what other options might we be able to do, or how can we handle this. But I do think that, like you said, I do think people enjoy calling in, enjoy being a part of the content, enjoy being a part of the show, and, probably not liking their voice, but liking contributing and being a part of it. And it's also our fault, because we will have questions right back to you. Like, hey, Clint, how do you think we could evolve this? Do you think we should merge it into one of our Thursday episode and just make a really long episode? Or do you think we should add another whole segment on Fridays and make it longer? Or which one of the episodes, Monday or Thursday, might we remove to continue a snail mail? Or do you have another idea, Clint, on how this might get done? Right. And now what are you going to do? You're going to think about it, and you're going to call back and give us another voicemail and answer those questions. So
trail ratings.
Like trail ratings, or there was another thing even before trail ratings, and it's escaped me now. Yeah. But I think it's fun. I mean, I really like it. I think people enjoy it. I remember Richard from Atlanta, his second phone call in ever, right? His first phone call in, he called in, he's like, hey, this is Richard from Atlanta. I think that's when he was really talking about, I have this old Toyota that got in a front end accident, and I'm curious what you guys think I should do. Should I give it to my kids for a first car? Blah, blah, blah. And then his second phone call in, was like, that was so cool to hear me on the podcast. I had to call my wife over, and I had her listen to the segment. I'm like, look, that's me on the podcast. You guys are playing me on the podcast. Yeah. And I remember that vividly, because it's like he genuinely had excitement over us putting him on the air without even his consent. I guess a consent could be like, you called the phone. But, I think there's something there. I do really, I do think you're right that people enjoy it. People enjoy being a part of it. People enjoy hearing themselves on the podcast, giving feedback, giving content, being a part of the show. So maybe we will when we're off air, we'll discuss it a little further, or call back if you have a suggestion. Yeah. Thanks, Clint.
Thank you, Backdoor Clint. All right, next up, Jeff with more Axle Talk.
All right,
Axle Talk
next
Jeff.
week, Axle Talk Jeff.
Yeah, this is a week later. Here we go.
Hey, Jimmy and Tyler. Jeff Morgan. Axle Talk this week is on budget 9-inch. Kind of going up by strength and ring gear diameter. So the budget 9-inch, 2.25-inch offset from center line downward. That originally, what I hear was done so the drive line in cars would make the rear floor flat. And as an accident, it made the gear really, really strong because it's so offset. When you get the lower ratios, the pinion's almost like a worm gear. So it makes it hard to control heat, but it also makes it really, really strong. A lot of tooth engagement. So there's different pressure angles, spline counts, but the big ones in budget stuff's 28, 31, and 35 spline. The cheap gears, you can get gears from like $100 all the way up to whatever you want to spend, different hardnesses, different soft, depending on what you want to do with it. If it's racing or if it's on the street, etc. There's 3 pinion bearings in the 9-inch, which makes it really strong, a lot less of gear deflection. You can get a lot of different third members. Yukon makes a good nodular third member that's pretty cheap. And then Gearworks is actually kind of a blingier axle company, but they also sell a cheap third member with a load bolt. So that actually is a bolt so your ring gear can deflect into this bolt, which can wear down over time, but you can also make the ring gear really strong. So everything stays meshed together. Diamond, spider tracks, rough stuff, and a lot of other companies make housing. So you can get different, housing thicknesses, links, wall, heat treated, not heat treated, et cetera, et cetera. A lot of different lockers available, spool, different spline counts, Detroit, and ARB. And actually, there's several kinds of ARBs. There's the competition ARB, which can be crash locked. So you can lock it up while your tires are spinning. You can use those for like rock crawling competitions and stuff. Those lockers are like $2,800. So anyways, different ratios, everything from like 275 up to 7.0, and a lot of the off-road guys that run 4-bangers and D6s tend to run into the 6s. So you can run the 620, which a lot of trophy truck guys do, 620, 650, to keep the stress off those really crappy Toyota transfer cases. And this concludes the cheapish 9-inch budget talk. Next week I'll call in with baller 9-inch stuff.
All right,
He
bye.
didn't get cut off. All right. Thanks, Jeff.
That's cool. Hey, Jeff, I really like this weekly call-in.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. And for the most part, it's informational because you're calling in about non-Toyota stuff, right? Which is, we're Toyota guys. We know the Toyota axles, and, Tyler built his Frankenstein before the Halloween theme here. Yeah. Frankenstein axles.
Well, that's what I called them, the Frankenstein Ford Toyota axles.
Ford Toyota axle, yeah. So Tyler has much more experience in random axle stuff, but I really only have experience in Toyota mini truck axle housings styles. And I do want to venture out of that.
Long live the 8-inch.
Long live the 8-inch.
All hail our Lord and Savior.
I will be 100% honest. Like, I don't know. I'm scared of going into the 9-inch realm because there's way too many options and I don't know what I'm looking at or looking for. Yeah. And I really appreciate you calling in and talking a little bit about that. I think I personally think the 9-inch realm is the answer for almost anybody out there because it still comes in a third member. There is all kinds of options and whatever you possibly want. And, you can find it, like you were just saying, about all the different ring gear or the ring and pinion ratios. I didn't know they went up to like 7.10, 7.0. Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's so high. Yeah, that's crazy. Anyways, I really appreciate the call-ins. Thanks for that. I'm excited to hear probably about the Gearworks and the high 9s in the next episode.
Yeah, there's a few different billet 9-inch now that are coming out. Billet dropout 10.5.
Yeah.
From the Sterling 10.5 ring gear set.
Oh, interesting.
So there's some pretty cool stuff coming out. But yeah, the wonderful world of 9-inch.
Yeah.
What I would like to know about 9-inch stuff is, why did that end up with so much aftermarket support that you can do anything you want with 9-inch axles?
Yeah.
You can do anything you want with 9 inches too, Jimmy, but I know that you were asking that. So
yeah, in my head.
No, it's a wonderful world of 9-inch. I think that you like he's saying, there's so many different options out there for anything you could ever dream of. Like you were saying, Jimmy, you just need to know what you want, right? Yeah. But I'm curious, why did the 9-inch become that go-to platform for everybody? Why wasn't it, I don't know, something else? I don't even know what else could have been. Why wasn't it the Toyota 8-inch? A 9-inch obviously was around before the Toyota 8-inch. So I really do think
it's a third member axle. So it's easy to, if you have a problem, you can take the third member out and you can assess what's going on. And I think it's probably the really strong ring and pinion with the bearings on there, because I know that my guess is they're not popular in the off-road scene. They were probably popular in the hot rod scene.
They were
first
massive in the hot rod scene, right? For sure.
And because of the strength on the ring and pinion, because of those triple bearings, you can throw a lot of power on those. And so I think that's how they became so popular.
Okay.
Is because you could put a lot of power in it. They started tinkering with it. They started really evolving the 9-inch realm. And then the off-road scene's like, well, I'll use that. Yeah. I'll take that.
You guys have built such a good foundation here.
Yeah.
Let's use it.
I'll adopt that into off-roading. Okay. That's my guess.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. All right. If anybody knows the history of 9-inch, maybe Jeff does. I would love to have like a history lesson on the Ford 9-inch platform. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Next up.
All right. Number 3.
Nathan from Pittsburgh.
All right. Call him back.
Hey, Tyler and Jimmy. This is Nathan from Pittsburgh calling in. It is October 1st here. About 4 to 6 a.m. Heading into work. I'm happy though today. I only got a couple hours to get through work, and then I head home, jumping on an airplane. I'm heading out for Trail Heroes. So excited, cannot wait. We were out there in May for Trail Hero Expeditions, but this will be my wife and I heading out for our first ever Trail Hero event. So definitely exciting. Can't wait to get out there. Hope to catch you guys out there. I believe I heard the other day on the podcast that you're going out for it. So hopefully we can run into you guys. And that's probably about it. Hopefully I'll hear you guys play this voicemail. You probably get to it around, I don't know, maybe the Christmas break on hanging out at home. So, catch y'all later. Thanks.
Thanks, Nathan.
Yeah.
And I do know, I heard that he stopped by the Morphlay booth.
Oh, cool.
So he knows I wasn't out there. But yeah, man, hopefully you had a good time out of Trail Hero. It's a fun event. I have some gripes about how the vendor stuff was done this year. So I need to talk with Rich about that. But
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I wasn't out there either.
Yeah.
You probably listened to the podcast and found that out anyway. But yeah, let's maybe if you come out to King of the Hammers this year, we can meet up, or maybe we'll be out at Trail Hero next year. We'll see.
Yeah. Let's see. Next up.
Yeah.
Beer Craig. How do you think he's going to end up?
I don't know. Can we just skip his voicemail and go to the last like 10 seconds?
All right, here we go. Here's Beer Craig.
Hey, Beer Craig here. I had a thought for, I feel like, a good informative episode. I was just getting gas, and I looked at my bumper, and I noticed that my winch line didn't look right. And it's because the last time I used it, it was because I got stuck, and I had to be somewhere 45 minutes away in an hour, and I was stuck, and so I used a very quick, I just ripped myself out, I left it there, and then it's been probably a month, and I haven't touched my winch since then, because my wife has not run out of gas in her driveway. And so I think it would be good, because talked about like hand winding the winch is not the proper way, which is what I just had to do, and it's also not what I did when I got stuck. So maybe a good episode would be using your recovery equipment like correctly, and then returning it to be properly set up for next time. So it could be a good thing of how to do that. Also, to circle back, 4 out of 5 times I used my winch has been because my wife has not had gas in our steep driveway, and I've had to winch her out. And I'm at 2 minutes and 30 seconds, so we're done. Keep crawling. I know how to end this, so I'm just going to hang up. Bye.
Wait a second. So he said 2 out of the 3 times he's used his winch is to pull his wife
out of the driveway.
Out of the driveway because she had too little of gas?
Yeah, she didn't fill. She had too little gas, and it's on a steep. I guess it couldn't get picked up by the pickup.
So he had to pull her up to flat.
Oh, that makes sense. I'm used to driveways being like slanted downward, so you have to pull up into the driveway. But if you're pulling down into a driveway, that's very different.
Yeah, that's what I was. I'm like, wait a second here. So you drive down into your house, and he had to winch her up to the flat road so that
could get the gas.
I would highly suggest Beer Craig to just keep like a 5-gallon gas can at home. And then every time you go fill up gas for your truck, you just fill up that 5-gallon gas can, or even a 1 gallon, just enough to get it to that pickup.
Yeah.
Within the gas tank. But yeah, I mean, recovery gear is a thing that we know and love. And, it's a devil's advocate. You got to take care of your recovery gear so that it can take care of you when you need it. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's a good episode. Maybe one that we could get in one of our friends online with, whether Spartan Ropes or Factor 55. We can go down that rabbit hole with one of them. I think that could be a lot of fun. Or, we could, I'm sure you and I can answer enough of those questions as well.
I think we have enough experience to answer most of the questions. But it's always fun getting Justin on the show.
Yeah.
He hasn't been on in a while. So, did you see, I'm sure you did see it. I think I got sent to all of us.
Breaking the winch
cutting
line.
The winch line.
Yeah.
And showing, because there's a bunch of people that still think synthetic line just drops when it breaks.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. It absolutely does not. And Justin showed it. He also showed a really good example of safety areas in winching situations. You would think that by him standing with literally his face like a foot from the winch line at full tension, that he's in harm's way. And as long as you are in the center of the line, and the perpendicular to the load of the line, that's where a safe zone is.
That's the safe zone.
Yeah. And so, and he also did a great job at showing that winch dampers don't really do a whole lot unless you have a lot of weight in them.
Right. Yeah, that was interesting to see it just slide throughout the winch damper because there wasn't really enough resistance there.
Yep.
So just throwing a floor mat or a sweatshirt or a jacket or something over it is not nearly enough.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to add that link into the show notes.
Okay. It's a great video.
I think it's a fantastic
awesome
video, something every off-roader needs to see, just how he explains it, how he's cutting the rope, where the line goes, how the dampener works. You guys, it's an immensely important safety video.
Yeah, so. It's like, and it's a 40-second video, 45-second video, maybe a minute.
It's a little longer than that. Yeah.
And he shows off, it gives a great example of like 5 different concepts in this video, all going on at the same time. And then as they're happening and as soon as they do happen, he explains each one as it has. It's a really well done video. Yep. So
absolutely.
Let's see, next up.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll add that to the list, recovery gear. So next up is Trevor. Is this our Trevor?
I don't know.
The one that's been finding all the
Trevor
tokens?
Clark? I don't know.
Trevor Clark? I don't know. It says Trevor. He's out in Texas.
Nope, not our Trevor.
Okay. I thought it might be our
Trevor's not in Texas. Well, maybe
he could be traveling in Texas.
Maybe he is traveling. We'll find out.
Yeah, here we go.
Hey guys, my name is Trevor. I'm out of Texas, and I've been listening to you guys go back and forth on trail rating, and I had a couple ideas on that. So, and my idea is trail rating, the trail itself should be like a 1 through 15. Like 1 through 5 is like your normal roads, maybe access roads, 2 trails. And then like 6 to 10 would be like your harder trails, like for full body rigs. And then like 11 to 15 would be like buggy trails. So obviously you can take a full body on a buggy trail if you wanted to, or vice versa. And then for vehicle rating, I kind of like the idea you guys have brought up about like having Onyx do a list, and then you can input your vehicle and all of your mods and have like suspension travel, belly height, wheelbase, axle width, maybe clearance if you have total sprawl ratios, horsepower, and then getting a vehicle rating, but then also having a driver's score based on like trails that you've completed, not necessarily how many times you've been on a trail, but like the higher trails that you can complete, the higher your driver's score is. And maybe doing on Onyx like doing a thing on there where like you complete the trail, they'll give you a survey and be like, how did you do the trail? Was it hard? Like, what parts do you think were hard? And then that can go towards your driver's scale. And with that, like if you are a level 5 driver, but your rig's a level 9, then your most comfortable trails are going to be like a 7, And then once you complete those 7 a certain amount of times, your driver's score will go up, and then you can try 8, then you can try 9, and that's just like a safe way to keep people on trails they're comfortable with. But also, I was listening to episode 615, and I heard Tyler being a little jealous about Jimmy using a hammock. Maybe try a flat hammock. I've seen them out there in the wilderness a couple times, and yeah, maybe try a flat hammock. That way you can lay however you want. You don't have to worry about the contour of the hammock. Anyways, keep crawling. Enjoy listening to your show. Thank you.
Thanks, Trevor.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, flat hammocks are interesting. I don't have much experience with them, but I believe they make like a frame, and then the fabric's in the frame to some extent, and then it's suspended from the frame, so it's
okay
flat.
Is it essentially like, I've never even heard of a flat hammock before, but I'm envisioning like rock climber tents.
Yes.
Without the tent on it, right?
Yes.
So
for the most part, I'm not too familiar with them either, but that's a good way to put it. It's something like that.
All right. Yeah. Interesting. I'll have to look into that. I don't know. It'd be interesting to look into. I've always been jealous of hammocks. I just can't sleep in them. Like I could take a nap in a hammock, but I can't sleep in a hammock.
Sure.
So
I'm at some point, the difference of you setting up a hammock to setting up a tent is almost the same, depending on how much stuff you're going to be putting into your hammock setup.
Yeah.
So I always thought a hammock, like hammock backpacking, would be fantastic because you're like, oh, all I need is a hammock and my sleeping bag. And that's not the case. You still need your thermarest or something to break the barrier between, your insulation layer between the hammock and you, whether it's a quilt or a blanket on the underside or your thermarest. And then you still need all this equipment to hang the hammock. Yeah. So it's not quite the same, but you're still carrying a lot of gear. Yeah. Either way. Yeah. But trail ratings. I kind of like the 1 through 15 idea.
I kind of do too. I think 1 through 5 for roads. I'm like, that seems like a big range to give a road.
Well, it was road-ish vehicles, right? So if you're full size, so like Bobcat and Kermit would be roughly in the 1 through 10 range. And then higher than that is buggy status.
Okay.
That's how I took it.
Okay.
So like if you were to go, like you could go out to Trail Hero and you could go do a buggy line. Like let's say it's rated a 12, right? And you could put Kermit into that, but it's technically a buggy line.
Yeah. Well, Kermit's a buggy.
Kind of.
He has a removable steering wheel. Okay.
That's the definition.
Yes.
Got it. So I kind of like the idea. It's like for majority of on-road vehicles that you have the 1 through 10 scale. And then for strictly more buggy status that it goes higher than 10, which I would assume is Trail Hero's sort of rating.
Trail Hero is 1 through 15. 15 is a trail that's never been done before.
Right.
And then 14, 13, 12s are dependent on how many people do them.
Right.
And then I want to say once you're at a 12, that's like the highest rating it goes. It won't get downgraded any further from what I've heard.
Yeah. I think there's some extent where they do get downgraded, some ratio or cars or something. But then there's a point at which they just stop getting downgraded.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what that is.
Yep.
But yeah. And then in all the Onyx stuff, could be fun. When you were talking about all that, it made me think of just gamifying it.
That's all I was thinking about too. I was like, we need to gamify trail ratings for people.
Gamify trail ratings with Onyx Off-road. Yeah. So it's like, how fast are you going through the trail? How long did you spend on the trail? Like what obstacles did you do on the trail? Now we're getting your driver's rating up. Like what's your driver's rating? Mine's a 9.9.
Yeah.
With my level 7 vehicle or something.
Yeah. How's your driver rating going up while keeping your vehicle rating the same? That could be the challenge.
I want the lowest skill rated vehicle, but the highest driving.
I want the opposite. I want the highest rated vehicle and the lowest rated skill driving.
You pretty much have that. You've already succeeded.
I know. That's what I'm shooting for.
That's funny. Thanks, Trevor, for calling in. Good suggestions. Love the trail rating chat.
Yep.
It's never ending.
Nope. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Just like Chris Ria.
Nice.
Yeah.
I talked to him the other day.
Nice. He's calling in, or I don't see what it's about yet. So let's see what Chris will tell us what it's about.
Hey, what's going on, Jimmy and Tyler? It's your friendly Ultra 4 Escort. Catching up on voicemails again. Or not voicemails, episodes. I'm about as far behind as you guys are on voicemails. Episode 640. Hearing you guys talk about the Everyman Challenge class and what Ford has done to it. Just a heads up, from the very beginning, that class has been for factory and OEM and production companies. It has always been about getting those companies in. So Ford hasn't started something. They're just finally doing what the goal of the class has always been. Go read the rules. The first line says something to that effect. It's been, 13 years since I helped write them, in 2011 and 2012 and 2013 when I was chief tech inspector. But it says something to the effect of, the purpose of this class is to, be a showcase for OEM and aftermarket, companies. So, that's always been the goal. It's the everyman challenge because every man can race. You just write a check and you go race. It's not like the 4,400 race, which at the time you had to get through a qualifying event to be able to race. And there was many times where people that wanted to race didn't get the race because they didn't qualify. So it's not the everyman challenge because of a budget. It's not the everyman challenge because it's poor people or old cars or anything like that. It's the everyman challenge because everybody can race. So anyways, just a little history lesson on a Friday. It is October 3rd when I'm leaving this message. So, who knows when I'll hear it on the voicemail. But anyways, hope you guys are doing great. Hope everybody has a great weekend and bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Chris, for calling in. I vaguely remember now that he was mentioning kind of like, it's not everyman challenge for this, it's everyman challenge because everybody can race. I feel like we had a conversation at some point, and I feel like it was before episode 640 about trying to figure out what every man meant in every man challenge.
I bet you it was with him in one of his previous episodes.
It could be.
Yeah. No, that is a great lesson. It's good to know. I mean, I've never read the rule book. I have never had a need to read the rule book. Never tried to enter any of those races.
Yeah.
But it is good to know that it's not, let's take the old vehicles out, the guys that love doing the trail rides, and let's get them to compete against each other. If that's not the case, I think that there should be that class.
I kind of agree. I think that a lot of people view the everyman challenge, the perception is that it's your everyman, quote unquote, your blue collar worker, your Joe the plumbers of the world, right?
Yeah.
That if you are just a quote unquote average citizen, that you should be able to go and compete in this class. And that's kind of the, and I'm not saying you can't do that right now. But like, that's the lore behind it, right? I don't know what the right way to say it is.
I think that's it. I mean, it's the lore. It's the draw of the classes that you're Joe Schmo and you're going to go compete against other Joe Schmoes and hopefully you can beat them.
Yeah. And that way the thing that I've been drawn to the everyman challenge because I viewed it like that. And I like it's kind of like, not class racing. What is it called? Spec racing.
Okay. Yeah.
Where everybody has pretty much the same vehicle and it comes down to the driver's skill.
Yes.
Or the pit crew's skill.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And the draw to me of what I was perceiving the everyman challenge was it really comes down to you and your personal skills and what you can get your volunteer crew together for as to the success of your team. You don't have massive budgets. You don't have factory backing. It's not like Baja where there's an owner of a team financing everything and then they're paying a professional driver to come in.
Sure.
And all this stuff. It's you, it's your blood, sweat, and tears. And I think that's the draw of what I was perceiving the everyman challenge as. And I agree with Jimmy. If that's not what the everyman challenge is, I think there should be a class like that.
Right.
Like it's almost like there has to be an upper limit on how much money you can spend on your car.
Yeah.
Right. And
or how many shocks you're allowed to have on each corner or like only certain aspects.
And maybe that's what the 4,500 is supposed to be for.
Yeah. I don't know. I would also argue that if we make another class, whatever the other class is for something, right? It's not spec. It's not, factory stuff. It's the Joe Schmo, JSMO class.
Smo class.
If you're racing 4,400, you're not allowed to race in that class.
That's an interest. Yeah. I think
that there needs to be like the fact that like Bailey Cole can race 4,400 and the 4,500 and the 4,800.
Or Slauson.
Yeah. I think it eliminates the chance of a random dude winning and takes some of the draw away. I know they're doing it to just get more experience on the trail and get more experience behind the wheel and to be able to do that. Like they're racing the 4,500, the side-by-side race, UTV race, and the 4,400 races. So they can just drive the course multiple times. I fully understand that. But where's the race that like Tyler and I could enter with our rigs?
Yeah.
Where's that race?
Yeah.
I want to know.
That's at the Gambler 500. Not
anymore.
Yeah. No, I agree. I feel like that's a lot of draw. I think the perceived draw to KOH is that concept.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like KOH is kind of getting away from that, and kudos to KOH, kudos to Dave Cole and the board and everybody who's involved with KOH for making it that big of a thing where you can get away from that. But, I don't know. I feel like there's still a place for that. That'd be cool to see that stay there.
Yeah.
So
I agree. Get the Cody Addington win again. Or
right. The Cody Addington.
He didn't win, but get the Cody Addington story of his Toyota out there. Because that's what brings the people to the lake bed, in my opinion.
They want to see the Mean Street Racings, the Rusty Nails. They want to see the Northwest Jeep Cast.
Yeah.
They want to see those guys. I think there's fun in watching the 4,400 race for sure.
Oh yeah.
Because those are the unlimited cars, right? What can you do with doing whatever you want to a car?
More or less. Yes.
I think there's a lot of draw to seeing like, what can you do with just sheer willpower? Right.
Yeah. And there's a level at which it's like, I can build my truck just like that truck. Right. Like I don't even know what year Cody's truck is. But my truck could mimic his truck. Like I guarantee if we had Cody here, we could be like, what drivetrain do you have? What engine do you have? What this? Like my Toyota could mimic his Toyota, and therefore I could race to some extent, right? Like it is proven that vehicle can race, and mine would be able to do the same and do okay.
Yeah.
And then it comes down to the driver.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I think there's a draw at the Joe Schmo League.
I agree. It's going to be our next venture, Jimmy. We're going to start Joe Schmo Racing.
All right. Yep. Joe Schmo Racing after we solve trail ratings.
Oh, that's funny. All right. Next up is where we at time-wise.
We'll do one more.
Well, we have one caller calling in twice. And the next one calls in twice too. So these two are relatively short. We'll go with this one.
Okay.
Because it's our buddy Alex from Botches Off-road.
Oh, sweet.
Here we go. Let's see what Alex is up to today.
Hey, Jimmy. Hey, Tyler. It's Alex from Botches Off-road.
Alex.
I'm actually calling for Jacob from Wisconsin. His last name was Reek. I don't know. Some name that I can't pronounce. But yeah, definitely, dude. Check out Botches Off-road. Find us on Instagram. We got a Facebook group. We may not be from Wisconsin, but there's lots of wheeling here in Michigan, and we'd love to get you out on the trail. So yeah, hit us up. If I had a call-in number, I'd give that, but then it'd end up being like the extra complaint line for SnailTrail or something, and we don't need that. So, but yeah, dude, hit us up on Facebook or Instagram. Maybe we can get something going. Talk to you later. Bye.
We already have a complaint line for Snail Trail.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. What is it? It's
408 800 5169.
Yep.
Yeah.
408 800 5169.
Yeah, those ones go to Jimmy's phone. So Jimmy kind of screens those and makes sure that nobody is going to say something that'll piss me off. So, I don't hear them right away. Jimmy listens to them, and then if there's some good stuff in there, he'll send it over to me and be like, "Hey, here's some criticism, feedback, and
I
we
have
should probably
to
work on fixing these."
politely address it to Tyler in a calm manner so he doesn't get upset.
Yes. So if you guys do have complaints, criticisms, feedback, call that number. Jimmy will screen it, and we'll make some changes to the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Alex, if we need an extra one, I mean, maybe we'll use yours as a pre-screening.
Yeah.
They'll call yours, and then you have to call me, and then I'll tell Tyler how he screwed up.
There you go. That'll work.
All right. What did he call back for?
Let's see. This one's short. Here we go.
Hey, it's Alex from Botches Off-road again. I forgot the most important part of my my call in. Congrats, Jacob, on getting married. I'd say it's a great adventure, and it is a great adventure, but it's also a stressful adventure, especially with off-roading and money. But you know what? It's a great adventure. Love my wife. Love being married. Congrats, man.
Nice.
Touché.
Jacob got married too? I thought it was Rob. Did
Rob?
both of them? Both
No,
of them
Jacob got married
recently?
too.
Nice.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. He's the one that I believe he was the one that sent us the invite.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I remember. I got it. It's all connected now up here.
There you go. Good job.
Not much else going on up there. I'm just
I agree with Alex. I mean, I was a 40-year-old bachelor when I got married the first time.
Yeah.
And so far the only time.
Yeah.
And I tell people, I said, they're like, why'd you get married so late? I'm like, I just skipped off on my first divorce. Like,
yeah.
I
Pretty
just
much.
skipped over that and went straight to getting married to the right person.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, the benefit is she doesn't listen to this, so I can talk trash. And sometimes it happens, or sometimes, you know, I probably would say something here that I wouldn't say into her face, but that's the joy of doing a podcast and being able to have that sort of privilege. But love her to death. You know, it's an amazingly different life to be married and have somebody to care about and know that somebody's caring about you at the same time. It's really cool.
You.
I appreciate that. The feeling doesn't go backwards though.
Okay. Obviously. And with that, my friends, we're going to close up this snail mail episode. Thanks literally everybody for calling in. It's always fun listening to you guys and getting to have these conversations and chatting with you and having some fun on Fridays before the weekend. So hopefully you guys all have a great weekend planned. Be safe tonight at Halloween. Hopefully you guys have some good fun Halloween parties to go to over the weekend, and we'll see you on Monday.
Bye-bye.
The number you have called has been disconnected.